carpal tunnel from reaching for a while ago. Good. Sei gesund.
So the discussion is about gambling. Is it ma'aser, is it mutter, is it better not to? And also when it comes to Dreidel, playing Dreidel for money, is that okay? And from there on, the Poskim also get into the shaila about Chinese auctions, doing Chinese auctions or lotteries and those things. Are there also sort of about gambling? So let's see. So the discussion starts in a Gemara in Masechta Sanhedrin. The Mishnah of there brings down a list of people who are puzzled to give edus. So the Gemara in the Mishnah says, "Ve'elohin apsulin, hamasachik bekuvya v'hamalva beribis." You gamble, they give ribis, and it lists a few other ones, and then it ends off. Amar Rabbi Yehuda, imasai. What are they puzzled to give edus? Is mancha in lahim umnus elohim. In time when that's the only source of money they have is when they have no other job.
It's called like a card shark. Like a card shark. What a card shark is? That's just looking cheap people with cards.
So if that's what he does for a living and he has no other job, so then he's puzzled. If he has some other source of parnasa, then he's kosher. He could give edus. So the Gemara asks, what's the big aveda that if we get about gambling that he's puzzled edus? So they're going to have it. So the Gemara has machlekes. Omar Rami bar Chamo Mishum Dahame Asmachta. Because the person it's only asmachta, the person who agreed to give the money if he loses, he didn't really agree. He was asmachta. He was relying that he was misamagan that he's going to win. But the whole time he is hoping he's going to win. He really didn't want to give up the money. If he knew he would have lost.
That we don't get into.
Oh, the Muad Lo'ilam?
Yeah, you're responsible asmachta. You made a bad choice. You know that most people lose.
He made a bad choice, but the question is, what did he really agree to it?
I don't know. Most people lose.
So the Gemara is assuming, Rabbi Racham is assuming, he didn't really agree to it. The only reason he did this because he thought maybe he's gonna.
Right. Okay.
So. How is Vasmachta Leikanya? Vasmachta Leikanya is, I think it's only midrabanan.
Yeah.
I think so.
Midnight it is.
Yeah, I think so. Rashi says that it's not considered stealing or the because he brings lashon the gazel sachanis miyadei. He says that gezel is only when you grab something out of the other person's hand. The person gave it to you, so the ice is not gezel. But the rabbanon
wasn't happy about giving it to you. That's too bad.
So the rabbanon yasmachta is not koine. Asmachta leikanya. Rav Shesha where he disagrees. He says no. He agreed. He was kainet. He agreed to it. Rav Shesha says kolki haigavno lav asmachtahi. He agrees that asmachta is not kainet. The person was relying on something else.
I'm on somebody's wavelength.
If he agrees that asmachta is not kainet, he says this is not considered asmachta. Ella, what's the reason he's puzzled? The fisha ein asukim b'yeshuvei shel olam. Since he's not doing the normal things that everyone else does. He does have a normal parnasa.
What about a guy who sleeps all day has got a big inheritance? Also in ACB Shiva Shalayla.
So can say also there must be the reason why he's puzzled is because he never had to work, so he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand what it means, how the importance of money. So it's not going to be such a big deal for him to say either sheker in order to make someone else lose his money. Good. So if someone also either sleeps all day, got a big yerusha, maybe there'll be an issue also. I don't know. Fine, so my beinayu. So what's the nafkamina between the two shittas? It says ika beinayu the gamar nusach risi. The person has a different parnasa. So according to the first shitta, even if he has a different parnasa, he's still stealing. If he's gambling, he's still a thief. You're not allowed to.
That means Rabbi Yehuda goes according to Rav Sheshes.
So that's what the Gemara says. The Gemara says it sounds like Rabbi Yehuda goes according to Rav Sheshes. Whereas according to Rav Sheshes, the whole problem is that he doesn't understand what it means to work. So if he has a job and he now understands what it means to toil and work hard for money, so then he's kosher. So Taka according to Rav Sheshes, why is it not a asmachta? He agrees that asmachta is not kina because he's relying on something else. How come when you're gambling, it's not considered asmachta that he didn't want to give the money? So Rashi,
you know the odds before you're going into gamble.
Okay, so Rashi says a different word. Kol Kolki, also the Chivas Anhagas says you heard later. I'll say. Rashi says Kolki Haigavna Lava Smachta. Why is that? What is the asmachta? Kagoin diim over v'lei avid ashalim b'mitzvah. So it's a Gemara in Bamnatzia that a person takes a field, and he tells him, "I'm going to work for it, and if 1 year I don't plant the field, I leave it empty, I'll pay you for it." So the Gemara says that's the asmachta because he was relying. He really thought that he's going to plant it every year. Something happened, and something came up, and he wasn't able to plant the field. But he wasn't really planning on paying for that year that he didn't plant the field. The same echali davar. The server calls that biyadi asis. He thought that he would be able to do it. He would be able. He's for sure going to be able to plant the field. It's going to be in his hands to do it. In the beginning, when he made the Tanai, that he's going to pay a certain amount if he doesn't plant the field. He wasn't planning on giving in to this. He wasn't planning on that is actually going to happen. He's going to pay. He was relying that he's not going to need to pay him. The Toyev is severally obviously he thought it won't happen. But that's all case where he had the ability to do it. Over here, you have nothing to rely on. When you're gambling, you have no ways of thinking. Am I probably going to, not probably going to win? The chances are equal either way. Maybe he's going to win, maybe you're going to win. You have nothing to rely on. And even though he had nothing to rely on, he still agreed to gamble. It must be. He knew it was a big risk, and he gave into it.
Pretty much the same idea. There's no reason to think he's going to win. The odds are against him.
Or even 50-50. There's equal chance. And in the case of Smach, is when he had what to rely on. He knew he could do it.
What about stocks? Stocks. Weiß nicht, was glaubt, dass der Company wird machen gut the next year. Aber kann nicht sein sicher. Wie soll das sein? Der macht ein bisschen Baia.
So we'll see later when we get into some places in Svaras that it's not gambling because it's an investment. Gambling is that this happens, I'm going to pay over here. You bought something. The question is the value going to go? It's the same thing as you're buying shares in a company, just like buying property. You buy real estate. It's not gambling. It's a risk.
The value goes down.
A risk doesn't mean gambling. Gambling means that if this and this happens, I'm going to lose and I'm going to pay you a certain amount of money. But it's not. But that's the investment. So the Gemara says the halacha is like Rabbi Yehuda. That if you have a different umnus, you are he is kasher le'edus. So it seems like according to Rabbi Yehuda, there's no, according to Rav Sheish. So the halacha pasha is like Rav Sheish's. According to Rav Sheish, there's no isser in gambling.
If you have another job, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have another job, there's no isser in gambling, and that's how a lot of most of the Rishonim learn. However, the Rambam says something different. The Rambam somehow learns that there still is an isser of gambling. The Rambam in the second Rambam says in Hilchos Gzeila, he says Hamasachkin bekuvya ketzad. How the people were puzzled for gambling? How so? How are they puzzled? These are people who they gamble. They play with different dice or wood or different things, bones. Different ways they had of gambling. So whoever wins takes the money. Whoever loses has to pay. This is a gezel midrabanan. Even the which therefore is not gezel midaraisa, because the Bailim agree. Since he took his friend's money for free without earning it, there's chayk v'hitl out of was a game he was playing around. It wasn't a serious deal. Harizai gezel. Yeah, his friend wasn't serious. He didn't really mean it. Therefore, he's stealing. So to people, if they have their animals compete with each other, horse races, yeah. any of these things, and they make a bet. So it's also gezel midarabanan.
What does it say? That what do you call it? The mister. Anything you make up is made up. What's the word for it? Whatever you make
any
up.
Tnai you make a mum in
is Tnai Here's the Tnai.
So there's a Tnai also, but the Tnai needs to be a proper Tnai. It has to be a Tnai and not a Asmachta. There's in Simarej Dayan, it's a huge Simmer says.
They don't consider this mummin even. They consider this game. It's like mummin means mister, and here there's not even getting into that. Okay.
So in Simarej Dayan, the Chesha Mishpat, the whole Simmer there discusses what's the Asmachta. When is something considered a Tnai? When is something considered a Asmachta? So the different looking, were you able to do it? Were you relying on it or not? Or was it in your hands or not? Like the chiluk we saw in Rashi. If it was something you were able to do, something we saw in Rashi gave chiluk.
You have effects on it, right?
So it's a big machlekes or shein in the Simarej Dayan Chesha Mishpat. Where do you draw the line between asmachta and a tnai? But that's another discussion. So the shaila is how's the Rambam paskening? Well, Pashkas we saw like Psak like Rav Yehuda and Rav Sheshes that gambling is not like kuvya, it's not gezel. Where's the Rambam getting this from? And the Rambam goes weiter, and the Rambam says that the whole Isra of Mesachik Kuvya is only with a Yid and not with a Goy. Mesachik Kuvya im HaGoy, aim by Isra gezel. There's no Isra of stealing. Aval yesh by Isra Isik b'dvarim v'teilim. There's an Isra that you're wasting your time. Sha'in rei la'adam she'yasei kol yamif el b'divrei chachma v'yishu yishalilam. People should be busy with intelligent things. If it's owned by a guy.
How about if the guy wins? Maybe it's a guess if you win from the guy. How about if the guy wins from you?
It doesn't say who is the balabais.
He has to go yard in.
Hello, it doesn't say who's the balabais. He's playing with the guy. Who cares who's the balabais? He's playing with the guy.
No, but you're taking...
Because I thought you would ask if you could buy the lottery ticket.
Oh, that's
I know we could.
We'll see.
Because I said so.
Pinchas wants them at the crap table in Vegas.
So he goes to my sister.
I'll tell you why. Because only one time a Frum Jew won. So don't worry about it. It's a waste of money.
And Vamsach bekuvi im hagoy aim by Isra Gezel. There's no Isra Gezel playing with the guy. After yes by Isra Isik. Oh yeah, we read this. Fine. So Shaila's how's the Rambam learning. So all the Nesei Kelim are bothered with the Shaila, the Kesef Mishnah, the Magid Mishnah, the Taz, the Smeh, the Bach. Everyone has, but they all go along the same lines. That there are a few Gemaras which seem to Takas hold that Allah is Isser Gezel Midrabanan, which how does that fit with our Gemara, which says that that is fine. So the Taz is masber nicely says that the whole machlekes of here, everyone agrees. Even Rav Sheshes agrees that there's the Isser of stealing when you gamble, according to the Rambam. They're only arguing is it enough? Is it considered gzela enough that you're pasal leidus? They're arguing about what's the reason you're pasal leidus. Is this type of theft enough to make you pasal leidus? But everyone agrees it's Isser gzela. See the way the Taz is, there's three madregas of stealing. There's gzela deraisa, where you grab something out of someone's hands. And then there's something gzela midarabanan, which is a smachta. The person made a smachta and he didn't really want to give it to you, and he took it from him anyways, and he gave it to you anyways because he made that smachta. So that's gzela midarabanan. And over here, this is avak gezel. Over here, it's avak gezel. The person in Pashtus is even less than a smachta. It's only avak gezel, and it's not enough to make you pasal eidos. And this, but everyone agrees that it's taka aser.
What is that movement from avak gezel?
Gambling, Sachar Kuvya. What's another guess? I don't know.
Why is it called Gezel if everybody's agreeing?
Because it's similar to Asmach. The person doesn't really want to give it to you. The guy there, he's just playing a game. He thinks he's going to win. He's hoping the whole time he's going to win when he gambles with you.
Right. So he also knows he could lose.
So that's why Shesha says that's why you're not pasal eidos. That's why it's not enough of it's not considered stealing enough to make you pasal eidos. But it's avak gezel. It's not. He says it's not according to Rami Bar Chama. It's mamish gezel midarabanan. It's gezel midarabanan. Therefore you pasal eidos if you do it because the person didn't really want to give it to you. according to Rav Sheshes, the person knew there was a big risk, and he did it anyways. Therefore, midarbanan, he's not. It's you can't be placed on the edus, but
Only Ava Gezel.
it's Ava Gezel. According to the
He
Rambam.
only played to win. He didn't play to lose.
If he knew he was going to lose, he wouldn't have been gambling.
He didn't play to.
If he knew,
You have gambling addicts, they have a compulsion.
No, it's not
gamble
that.
Because they think they're going to win.
No. People play gambling just like you're taking a ride.
That's
You're going
not
to a
reg-
park.
That's not a real gambler.
because
That's not
because
real
there's a
gambler.
thrill. There's a
It's
thrill
a
that you
thrill.
might win. That you might win. If they knew right before that they're going to lose,
But
and
everybody
there's no
knows
chance they're going to win.
everybody knows the percentage.
But there's a
90%
chance.
you
but they-
lose.
That's what Rashi says. That's why. That's why it's only the Rabbanan, or that's why it's only Ava.
So,
Yes,
so how do we paskin? So the Mechaber Shulchan Aruch paskins like the Rambam. That is there's an Isser Gezel Midarabanan when you gamble. However, the Ramah paskins like Tesis and other Shainim who they learn that no, according to our Sheshes, there's no Isser gambling. It's Hakin Mutter. It's Hakin fine as long as you have some other source of Parnas as well. The third Maramaki, the Ramah says, if you have another source of Parnasa, even though you're gambling with the Yid ain't a puzzle. Va'ina el Simrei Zayin, Sif Yud Gimel. V'kavarni Pashat Haminik Isvar Hachrina. This Chik V'kuvi says the minig is already that people gamble. The Kavar Pashat Minig that people gamble.
Let's go. Field trip. Shul field trip.
That's what Minak takes away from Adin, no?
So it's not the din. We fast in the smutter. We fast like Tesis.
And it takes away from a din Rabbanan, maybe. Not from a din
Minak takes away. I already told you a few times. Minak Torah, you have to pay money when you borrow. But the Minak is that we don't. So
Ein pasal elamisha elay umnus elahu.
That's even the nice, yeah.
V'im sachak imei be'emuna, yeah, chayv l'shaman.
okay, we
See,
follow the
actually-
Ramos. So the Ramos says you can do whatever you want.
So
Okay,
that Ramos says gambling is okay. And so the main shayla we're going to get into is first of all for Sfardim. And also, a lot of Neisei Kalim say still even that Ashkenazim should also be machmir. You have the Aruch HaShulchan, the fourth Maramakim, he says.
I don't understand. Things were
Ukvar-
simple. Now you're making things complicated. Svardim don't.
I didn't
Ashkenazim do, and that's it. Go on.
I didn't make it complicated, it's their fault. It's their fault. The Aruch HaShulchan, fourth Maramakim says, the Kvarin is Varv Seif Gimel, the Laharambam also the Sachik B'Kuvya Misham Gezel. So from Gezel and mi gever ashal ayachash the divrei Rabbeinu Eila. Who's not going to be machmir for the Rambam?
Make it tonight before that whatever I take from you is a matana.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
he doesn't.
No.
Sign on it.
Binyomi, let me ask.
הרי מויכל, הרי מויכל.
Wie macht mit dir a star? Also ich bin mafsid. Nein, aber ich mach mit dir a star.
Like the Rambam say a smachta.
Then it's not
It's not
Misaki
cleaner.
anymore. Then it's a star. You change the whole gambling.
No, but
game.
even if you make a smachta and a star, it's not. It's only a smachta.
Huh?
Even if you do a smachta and a star with Eidim, it's only a smachta. You didn't really.
No, I'm saying it's going to be a matana. I didn't really mean it's going to be a matana. I never thought it would come to this
Yeah.
because I thought I would win. Yeah.
So you say he goes by the Aruch HaShulchan. The Frash Yishbez and Moshe V'leitzim, right? There's other problems with the casinos. Moshe V'leitzim v'habi avirus chamuris nimshach mischik hakuvia v'shemer nafshe yirchak mizeh v'tavi al bracha. So whatever.
It
Besides,
has nothing to do with Gazela.
so saying
I'm
only.
playing baseball.
So
It's funny. Nobody's forcing the guy to do it. He's playing on his own, and they're making a hook issue out of it.
Yeah.
yeah. The Magen.
As I have to that it's not what they call it. So it's nicht gonna
The Magen Avram in Hilchas Shabbos also says there's Ksas Isser when it comes to gambling. How so? The Tur in Hilchas Shabbos is talking about if you're allowed to make a raffle on Shabbos to split out the rations of food. So he says if they're not equal, so it's kind of like a gamble and you're not allowed to do it. So you ask the question.
it said what?
It's gambling. It's not like a kuvia.
Shabbos? Or in general?
They're talking about on Shabbos, but the Isser is even during the week. They came up over there.
Okay,
So the Shaila, so they answer Shaila Chida. The Tur holds passages like the Ramah goes like we saw before that there's no Isser b'sachik the kuvia. So we're not like the Mechaber. So see in the fifth Maramakin says Mishum kuvia hiksha b'shilta gibayim the Tur pasak b'chisha mishva simin shayin the ein gezel kuvia. It's not stealing; it's mutter. So then the Magen Avraham says, "Va'ayin sham." Look over there. Va'ayin simin lamadali v'simin shin ayin. The mashma diyesh ksas iser b'dover. What can say Mishnah is mashma that there is ksas iser.
Nothing to do with Gezel,
So Shai is what did he mean? Does he mean that because of your Isaac is very Metalim?
Right.
The Master Shekel there wants to say he's referring to what they say in the Ramban. That the Ram says there is Isser Ava Gezel.
So the heter of auction is equal to one is going to Tzedakah?
Oh, so we're going to get there soon. We're going to get there in 1 minute. So the Magen Avraham also says that there's Ksas Isser when it comes to gambling. And the sixth Shuv, the sixth Maramak in the Rivash, he also says that he also says very sharply against gambling. The Shayla was someone made a neder, they're not going to gamble. They made a shvua. Now they want to be mater neder because they want to gamble. So are you allowed to be mater neder for them? So he says no, it's usher. If someone makes a shvua, makes a neder, they're not going to do something which is usher. You're not allowed to be mater neder for them. He says, "Aval shvur shenasis limnoya meiser."
1 second. If it's us with the rice, the shvur is not chal anyhow because what do you call it?
Saying it's karmush v'imid.
The rice, or the mush v'imid. Yeah, there you go.
Karmush v'imid. So what about the Rabbanon?
Pays off, you all. Pays off all you learn.
A little bit. Mush v'imid. Mush v'imid says it wasn't even chal.
What about for din Rabbanon? It's not chal.
So that's why you say it, because here it's only the Rabbanan. Maybe you made a shvur on the Issa the Rabbanan. So maybe it was chal.
According to the Rambam, it's Mishra Derais L'Shmet Divrei Chachamim, right? According to the Rambam, it's one of the Taryag Mitzvahs is to listen to Divrei Chachamim.
As far as what?
It's the one of the Taryag Mitzvahs, right?
Whatever they say.
Okay, so I don't know. So I don't know how it's chal, but what he writes. Es chayk bekuvya hi neyesh be'isur the Rabbanon. Kedisa v'san hedden perek zeh beiter. V'afil even going to Rav Sheshes, the Svirlei Hasan, the Leik HaSmachta, he says that Smachta is, there's no Isra Smachta bekuvya, Yikal Makim Davar Mekur U'Mesuah V'Meshukatzu. It's a disgusting...
start calling him names and make it look bad.
Shukatzu.
Sure, you're going to say all these names and make people feel bad.
This is the Rivash,
He didn't say the person, he said the thing. He didn't say the person.
I was just...
He's talking about addiction.
V'Rabim Chavalim Hippil. A lot of people fell from it. V'Atzumim Kol Harugo. Mefurushu B'Yersham, he says, Mishan Adash Leilitzchik, Ei Matir Neisa. You can't be Matir Neder for him. So even though Meikar didn't, we saw that Rama says the minhag is the halakha. But you see a lot of people write that there's ksas iser and they're not so fond of it. So let's discuss. So now, so halacha, according to for Sfardim, it's taka asum Meikar adin. For Ashkenazim, it's better.
It's chal because it's not a mitzvah deraisa. That's why his shvur is chal, and we're not matir neisei because he's going to kill himself with the addiction.
It's a davar ra.
We're being.
It's a davar ra.
Yeah, we're saving enough Shmi Yisrael by not being matir.
Yeah. So the shayla comes up now. What about dreidel? So playing dreidel for money. So the for Sfardim, we also play dreidel for money.
Even for a little bit of money, even for like a nickel.
Oh, so before that, so in Ashkenaz, the chayla be okay, but it sounds like according to Aruch HaShulchan and the Magen Avraham, maybe taki even for Ashkenazim, it's better to refrain from doing it. So there's so the question: what about with your family? Is there a heter for doing it with people you're very close with? So in Hilchas Shabbos is machlekes that if you're playing with your own family, since anyways all the money comes from one place, so the money's going from one pack to the other one, it's going one big circle, no one's really losing anything. So maybe there's no issue. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the seven Marmag is machlekes in Hilchas Shabbos. So hamachalik b'nei beisay manis for Shabbos, portions of food. Yachal hatel geiro. You're allowed to make a geiro on Shabbos.
You get the bigger piece of fish, huh?
Also, but this is they're mostly the same. There have to be also. This is where they're all similar sizes.
And how do you make a ruffle on Shabbos? But how do you make a ruffle on Shabbos? Isn't it like a kinyan? It's a different problem.
So that I'm at the end of the Sif Tanka says that from the real man it's also make a geiro. So how does that? I don't know. But if it's big, have big portions and smaller portions, who's going to get the bigger one and smaller one? I feel even during the week it's also mishum kuvyo. It's like you're gambling. The people are going to be losing. They don't want to really want to give up on the bigger portion.
It's not even
Saying it's not like they were losing out on anything.
Give anything
Wasn't theirs to begin with.
Yeah, matana, whatever he's giving them, he's happy with.
יש אימן דאים בנו בני ביסי מותר להטל גיירון אפילו אלמנה גדולה כנגד מנה קטנה לפני שאין מקפידים. מקפידים זה על זה.
Sure, you take the giant piece. Give me the little one. We're brothers.
Kids never fight by the shot.
Yeah, we're brothers.
So there's some Hasidic Svarim, and they say, he quotes it over here, I couldn't find, he doesn't say where he saw it, but he says, they say on Hanukkah that it's a man of Avas Yisrael, and we're all the B'chinas Achim. So maybe there's no, he says, he writes over here, V'shem ha'agina kodesh mikleisenberg, that's how the isi, the ein chashash shemesachik b'kuvyo, the halacha psuka she'avu b'nei hasmuch al shulchan elika iser. According to this opinion, so Israel Hanukkah, Misalim ba'avas Yisrael, or all Eila and Avas Yisrael, Asher Kulam ki ish echad and mishpacha achas, or all like one ish echad and one mishpacha.
He's losing.
But like ich was me, arviach me after.
Your own family.
What?
Not only your own family.
Yeah, so they are Chassidus Shvar, they all say, we're Misalim, we're all B'chinas Achim on Hanukkah, no one cares who wins, who loses, it's all. So he doesn't say where he saw from.
They're not makbid about as much as the B'nai Mishpacha and makbid.
I think Gabriel, he also quotes such a verse, and I tried looking up in the Sefer, I didn't see it. Yeah, B'nai Vesay, we're all the one Mishpacha. Lepel, they all write that he should take that with a lot of places. I think Gabriel, he wants to say lahalach, he should only do small amounts of money. And they say they're Messiah to Hilchos Ribis, that you see over there that people that a small amount of money which you're not makbid on, there's no Isser v'davar.
Of Ribis?
In Hilchos Ribis, you're not allowed, if you borrow someone and you pay back a little bit more.
Why are you taking more if you're not makbid?
So you give back. You were just it's something that comes in bulk. He borrowed bread, you're giving back bread. It's a little bit bigger, or you don't have change.
Making sure to give back more, and that guy's making sure
you're not making sure you give back more. You just don't have change. You borrowed $19.50. You only have a 20. So you're giving back a 20. So it's a davar muat. He knows it's not l'sheim. You're giving as matana. You're not.
They didn't make up.
This case is not mamish.
They didn't make it up
because you didn't make it up.
Right.
What?
If you didn't make it up,
they didn't make it up.
And yeah, but it was just being a dugma. It's not dreidel is not ribis. Just a dugma that you see in halach that a davar muad people are not. Okay, you see it. So
one was lachar ma'is I gave you and I wasn't makbid, and one is we made up that I'm going to win a nickel as real money, more than the prut is money.
Okay, so Niti Gabriel, his achra, he wants to say that you should only play with small amounts. If you play with large amounts of money, then there's like issues of gambling. Even Ikar didn't look on Shulchan Aruch, it's fine. So this is Lagabe Dreidel. So now what Lagabe lotteries. So yes, Avadi Yosef, he has
according to the
So Avadi Yosef, he wants to say he paskins for Sfardim. He says it's Isser Gomer. Sfardim go with a Mechaber, with a Rambam. So it's Xela. So you're right, and in the end of the tshuva, in the Eipam Armak, he says, Maskana de Dino Shasfardim ve'edos ma'mizrach asur lahem lishtatev b'kniyas kartisei mifal hafis.
Mifal
hapayis. Okay. You're not allowed to buy lottery tickets. V'chol shekein kartisei sport l'minayim shemsachkim v'shabbos v'chal v'shabbos for Hesi. Of course.
That's in Eretz Yisrael, not here.
So
here's a different ballgame. It's going. It's all going.
Right. So this.
They're going to play whether he's
So this. It's like he was Meir Salkvan, and this Isser is Dafke Eretz Yisrael, which the lotteries, everything is done by Yidden. So this Dafke Isser. But according to Rambam, gamble with a goy is mutter. So in America, even for Sfardim, there should be no problem of buying lottery tickets. When the ninth Maramakin to Moshe Sternbach and Shivas on Huggins, he wants to be matter even for Sfardim and Eretz Yisrael to buy lottery tickets. He says it's not the same thing as gambling. Lottery tickets, he gives 3 reasons why lottery tickets are different than gambling. One is that, first of all, he says it's an investment. When you buy a ticket, you bought something, have something of value. Gambling is, I don't have anything. I say, if something happens, I'm going to give you a certain amount of money, and then I have to pay you if I lose.
I don't understand.
But over here, I bought a ticket. The ticket has a value. I could sell this ticket to someone else. It has a value, so I bought something.
The odds when I'm gambling.
But you didn't buy anything. You didn't.
I bought a chance to win the bigger pot. Same way I did it with the lottery.
Put in the money. What do you?
I don't have a paper ticket.
Yeah, you can't.
Have a paper ticket.
You can't sell your chance. Yeah, you can't. You can't sell it to somebody. You didn't acquire anything. You can't sell anything to them.
Yeah, you could. If I put down $1 to bid, and I say to somebody else, "You want $1 to take my place?" I say the same chance. I just don't have a little piece of paper. We all know those. It's Adis. There's more than a piece of paper. There's Adis here that I invested.
If you go away,
Don't go away.
no, yeah, but by the ticket you can go away.
Here you have more. You have Adis.
Okay, that's what he says. He writes on Dvarv Tmui Moed, but the Vadi Yosef writes, "Shekan leSheich LaSmachta Cloud, LaSmachta she'asla HaNachaber Hainu Yim Oimer Kishiyah Davar Plini Ekne Oyetein." I will give you a certain thing. Ubezehu Asmachta V'Leikana. Aval Kan Koine Kartis Sheshava Achsha B'Shuk Kama Dolarin. He's buying a card which is worth a certain amount of money. V'Yachal Limkar Yisei Achsha V'Lekabel Shava. You could sell it and you could get that money. You could get the money back.
By the regular gambling.
Yeah, no, by lottery tickets.
Oh, by the lottery
You could
ticket.
sell your ticket.
He gets his money.
V'nichnas b'zel hashkah k'may b'chol isek. It's like
it's
say investment. It's just like
that he put in. The same money.
He could have.
If he want to sell it.
Yeah, you can get the same money back too.
you could.
When we're sitting 10 people gambling and somebody walked in the room and I put down $100, he says, "You know what? I like your chances. I'll buy the $100. I'll give you 100 and now it's mine." Same thing.
What's the difference if he puts down, somebody else puts it down?
Right, the same thing with the card. Same way I can sell my lottery ticket, same way I can take my
It's his
chances.
card. In a gambling place, there's no bigger chance for you, the other guy.
Okay. So he brings the second reason, and he says another reason. He says nowadays everyone knows the chances are that no one's going to win. You can spend your whole life buying lottery tickets and no one
Before
wins.
they weren't smart. They were smart.
No, but he says that was different gambling when you're gambling 1-on-1, so there's a chance you might actually think you're going to win, and therefore, according to the Rambam, is it Sir Gezel, because the guy thought he's going to win. Nowadays, by the lottery tickets, there's a few 100,000 people buying it. Everyone knows that the chances are they're not going to win.
Not small lotteries.
Yeah. According to this. He thinks it's going to work out and he's going to win. He knows that the chances are.
He's deciding. Who is this? He's deciding. If it's 2%, then it is a smart. If it's 1%, it's not. If it's 30%, in the old days they were stupid and they thought
No, not in the old days. They were in. When they go about gambling, it's only a 1-on-1. You make a bet with your
50%
friend.
is not 50%
Yeah.
is a smart. 1% is not a smart.
Either he's going to win. Either he's going to win or you're going to win. If here there's 100,000 people that could win. But nevertheless, since it's a big amount of money, it's a very small amount. That's not a smachta.
Was ist als eine verkauft a lottery ticket für 2 Dollar. Was ist am beschugener schwarze Ticket für 2.000 Dollar. Das ist eine besondere Geschichte.
Von a guy is nicht like ein Issa.
Nein, a Ticket für 2.000 Dollar. Das ist schon nicht doppelt.
He's going to write a separate safer with
Hat nicht kein
percentages.
Betracht in der
Okay.
Hat nicht kein Betracht in der
He brings another thing. He talks about the auctions when people when the yeshivas make auctions. He says over there's also not a problem because they say most of these raffles are done by yeshivas. And they go say the person make it anyways. He's just giving because he knows he's going to tzedakah. So he doesn't bother in the fact that he's losing. So there's no even going to the for Sfard there's no isur asmachta because anyways he's fine with the money going to tzedakah. It doesn't bother him. So the dash reiv hagrod.
Take the prize when you win.
V'dash reiv hagroli shal meistes sha kesef heilig litzedakah. Ish letzarf el ish shal habi pesing ein din asmachta behektish. He's not smart when it comes to hektish. V'hu adin is man ein yeshivas v'kelim heim mechal tzedakah. V'im yasir haloi menachem esasmei sha kesef heilig l'keilo yishar tzedakah. Even if he loses, he knows he doesn't feel bad. He knows the money went for good things. The one for tzedakah was a mitzvah. V'hochein yish l'hakel tvei. If we don't say even for Sfard, then there's no problem of all these auctions and all these different things.
If you could even give mice some money.
There's
I don't think you could give Meiser money. That's my opinion.
And the 10th is
You're doing it to win.
and the 10th. Well, yeah.
Und wir geben von Meister Geld. Oi das macht oi das sei. Als in deinem Kopf אפילו אז הוא פתפליר גגגתר צדוקה so dass kenner geben der Meister zu Arafo. Yeah or no?
I wouldn't agree that you can give Meiser money for a Chinese auction.
למה?
A lot of people
So give it, support it, and don't win.
So we'll have another
Don't
share.
enter
I'll
your
get
name.
they give you tickets.
Nein, andere bedeutet du hast gewinnen und der Geld musst du gewinnen. Du hast gegeben, ich habe neues auf aller Meister. Und geben zu dieser Meister. Sagt doch befehlisch, wen יפסיד, also אם מנחם מסת ושהכסף הולך לכוללת צדוקה. Ist das
Here he's talking about stock, not Meiser.
Business.
He's not talking about Meiser. He's talking about your own real money.
nicht das machen?
There's
Yeah, you're giving it to the Meiser. Not smacht. I'm hoping I'm going to win.
There's a tshuva from Ben Ish Chai, Tshuva Sarah Polin. He's talking about so he is also talking for Svardim. He wants to say that the auction where you're not actually taking the money. He says if it's a split the pot type of thing that everyone gives the money and whoever wins takes the pot. So he says that's he wants to say that's taka aser. That would taka be aser because that's machta. Yeah. But he said if it's an auction where they're auctioning off an object, the person has a fancy silver cup or something, and everyone pays him, and he auctions it off. So the person, when you're taking the cup, you're not being over an Isser Gesel because the cup belongs to the owner, and the owner gave it to you. The issue.
And the owner owns the pot here. The
So the
owns
problem
the pot.
is
He's making a business.
So the problem is
money, so he's giving you the case, the money.
So there's the
Who said this?
the Ben Ish
No, about
Chai.
the cup and the what do you call it?
Ben Ish Chai. He says that the person, the owner of the cup, who's taking the money, maybe that's the issue. But the person who's winning the cup, there's no problem. He writes, he says, usually they don't. Usually it's not a split the pot thing. Usually it's for an object. They gather a lot of money from different people for the kech de and he takes the money to himself. He's going to explain. The owner of the object takes the money. And then after the raffle, one of the names win. He takes the chayfetz from the owner. The person who won isn't taking the money from the other people. The person taking the prize isn't doing any isser because he's only taking the chayfetz. The chayfetz doesn't belong to these people. Then it will be a problem because he's taking.
The chayfetz came from these people's money. No.
So the question is the owner. The question is the owner who's taking the money is he being on isser gesel? That's the shaila. The owner taking the money is a shaila is being on isser gesel. But the person taking the prize, he's taking the prize. He's not taking their money. So a person taking the prize is takino isser. The email goes on weiter.
This thing belongs to me, and I'm auctioning it off. So it's me auctioning off this. That's chayfetz. Split the pot is everybody puts in money.
Who owns the money now?
Everybody, nobody owns the money.
Who owns it?
It's still public. It's a public pot.
We don't know
It's a
yet.
public pot. Public is made up of private. Somebody owns the money.
Nobody
It's made
owns
up
it.
of a few people.
Somebody's running it.
Each
Somebody's
one
running
owns the
it.
cups. It's
Okay.
many cups.
Okay.
You're saying there was one cup and now it's many cups.
No, this one
Okay,
cup
that's
belongs
the
to
next
me.
stickle you're getting
Next
into.
shit,
When
okay.
the next
This
no,
one
next
cup
stickle, the
belongs
next
to me.
line.
I have a becher, a silver becher from my grandfather, and I want to auction it out.
And if 10 people have money from their grandfathers,
But they're putting it all together.
so
It's a different story.
different story. Why?
Because that's what he said. Because I'm taking the other guy's money. My shenka over here.
Difference. I'm taking your cup.
Yeah.
I'm taking your
We
money.
read the next paragraph. I think he's going to be very more. If there's an isser, so the one who's making the auction, he took the money from them. He wants to be could be even according to the owner of the cup. There's no isser. He already received the money and he acquired it.
Yeah.
He acquired it. The Gomru Makna Le B'Kai Gavna. He already acquired it and he already owned everything. As opposed to regular gambling, the person didn't give you the money yet. He only gives you the money after he lost. So after he lost, he doesn't really want to give it to you, and then he gives it to you. So then, we say in the beginning,
you paid first.
yeah, when he first gave it over. So he had to actually give over the money. So there was real gemiras das. He actually gave over the money. There's real gemiras das. He knows that money is gone. Elamai is hoping he's going to win something else.
Then you could gamble. If you pay before, then it's not. What is it called? A smachta. If you pay before, it's not a smachta according to this day.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. So
when I paid, I was happy. I thought I was going to win.
Avadia Yosef doesn't like this.
C'est nicht das Machte. Und gelegte Geld, so you agree. C'est nicht doch so das Machte in dem.
Even though you're probably going to lose, but you gave it happily.
You already made the kinyan.
That's a kinyan gomo.
That's what I'm saying. If you pay the money before you gamble, if you put down the money, everybody puts down money, it's no problem. It's only when you
the question is when you put down the money, who does it belong to? Avadia Yosef, he brings down this svara. People want to use this to be matter the lotteries because the money already belongs, you already pay for the ticket, the money already belongs to the government. But he says, no, it doesn't belong to the government. There's a big, they weren't kaina yet. There's a big amount, there's a big pot of money, which doesn't officially belong. They weren't kaina. He argues with that svara. He says that
the lottery
it's a pot, it's a public pot. It's a public pot. All the money is in one. It's in one account.
So it applies to a moised also.
So we saw a bunch of svaras to be makel for because this is going to tzedakah.
You can say the same thing when people don't.
So for split
object.
So if it's an object, so you have the svara. There's no problem like that. For the split the pot.
For the guy to win.
So for Ashkenazim, Mikra Din is fine, right? Like the Ramah. The Shaila over here, the Ikar discussion over here is like the Svardim.
Rabbi Gutnik won. A Megillah once I won.
Don't say it out loud.
And we got it. From him. It wasn't by the Moshe yet. I went to him.
I can get it back. That means.
I'm not worried. Exactly.
So the Achas gets up in the Ravan and he can't be messy with the Yonim. Fine, so that's a Shaila. So if you're auctioning off, so the Ikar Din for Ashkenazim is fine. Shaila is mainly for Sfardim. So for even if it's a chayfetz, there's no problem. If it's a split the pot thing, yeah. If it's these races, buying tickets and races which go on Shabbos, yeah.
Why does he have to add that?